Hi, it's HardReset, and today I will guide you through a beginner's guide on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first go into the settings and connect to a Wi-Fi. Just select the nearest Wi-Fi and type in the password. Then home screen and styles, wallpapers, more wallpapers, and here you can search for the wallpaper that you want and then here select it. Go into the always on display and here you can customize it as well, changing for example the clock, the graffiti images. And here we have the icons as well. You can search for more icons, but it's just for personalizations. Then display and brightness. I'll recommend keeping the automatic brightness and enabling the dark mode. You can schedule it, but I'll enable all day because it will consume much less battery. Then text size and weight, here you can change it. Sleep mode, select the lower values I'll recommend, so it won't consume as much battery, but I'll stick with 5 minutes for now. Then go into sounds and vibration. Here you can change the volume, the default volume button control, so it will control the media or Ringtone to your preferences. And phone Ringtone, you can change it right in here. Notification and status bar. So right here you can hide notification content to awake screen, so when you turn it on, the screen when notifications are received will turn on as well. Then battery. Here you can enable the wireless reverse charging and show the battery percentage in the battery icon, as well check the battery health. While we're in the battery health, you can set the custom charging limit. When smart charge is disabled, the battery will charge up all the way to 100% whenever the charger is connected. But now we can change this value to, for example, 90%, and that your phone will automatically charge only up to 90% to save your battery health. And you can enable the smart charge that will charge your phone to 80% and automatically will reset your schedule to charge it up to 100% when you most need it. Then into the security, here you can lock some apps that you want to be only for your eyes. And then system and updates. Here we have software updates. You can check for updates right here, but as you can see, my software is up to date. If it's not, then I'll recommend to update it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one. Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to improve speaker sound quality on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first go into the settings, then sounds and vibration, scroll to sound booster and enable sound booster. Then go into the accessibility features, then accessibility and audio, enhance voices, enable. But this feature is only available with certain models of Huawei earphones, so keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hi guys, in front of me is Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, and let me show you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So, if you wish to clear cache and speed up your device, just enroll the settings, go to apps, and enroll the list of all apps that you have. Now pick the particular one go to storage, and here tap on clear cache, and just go the same thing, the same cleanup for all apps that you have. Start with those that you use most frequently, because some of them may have nothing to clear. Just go and clear cache this way. So this is it. It will definitely speed up your device. Just remove all cache that you have stored. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix battery percentage not showing on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So as you guys can see, whenever I unlock my phone right here, I have my battery percentage. And if you don't and it's not showing for you, then I'll show you how to easily enable it. So it's not available on some devices, but for this one it is. So let's go over to the settings, and right here in the settings we need to go over to the battery. So now that we're in the battery, we will have the show battery percentage option, and as you guys can see, after I disable it, then I won't see my battery even in the control center. So now whenever I enable it, I can see it. So this is how you guys can easily enable or disable the battery percentage. And if you want it to show, then keep it enabled and you will see it all the time. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
In front of me is Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off high performance mode. First of all, go into settings and scroll to tap on battery section available here. Now all you need to do is tap on gray switcher next to performance mode to activate it. And wait! As you can see, high performance was successfully enabled. To disable it, click on the same no blue switcher until it's gray. Quick tip: if you don't remember if you enabled or disabled performance mode, you can check out your top bar here and see if this icon is enabled. If you see it, that means that high performance is on. If you can't, it's definitely disabled. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your screen rotation not working on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin. First of all, we want to expand our control center. Then we can see a little orientation lock right here. As you can see, currently it is enabled, which means that if we would go to application, for example our browser that supports both portrait and landscape mode, and we try to rotate it, then you can see that nothing really is happening, and from obvious reasons. However, if we go into that control center once again, you go there by swiping from the top to the bottom, from the bottom right corner, from the top right corner, this is very important, and then you want to disable that. We can see that now everything is working without any issues whatsoever, which is pretty cool. However, if you feel like this feature still isn't working correctly on your device, you can always go back and you can press and hold the power button for about 3 seconds, maybe 3, 4, something like that, and then you can just hit restart twice. And I know that this may seem kind of silly, but whenever you reboot your device, you're not only rebooting the software but hardware as well, including gyroscopes, which are responsible for screen rotation feature. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to use the switchable dual telephoto camera on the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So on the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, we have dual telephoto lenses. So what that means is we have two lenses basically designated for zooming in, and this is the 3.7 and the 9.4 or 10x lenses. So the 3.7 zoom and 10x zoom. And simply to use them, all you need to do is just use them as separate zoom in options. And to do that, we're going to open up the camera. And here we have two different options displayed, so 3.7 and 10x. So 3.7 is the first lens, and 10x is the second one. And that's all you need to do. So let me just take a photo to compare the two lenses. So this is what it looks like. This is the 3.7, and this is the 10 times lens. And as you can see, there are a lot of details in the photo, and it's seen that the zoom camera is actually separate. And that is pretty much it for this video. This is how you use the separate zoom lenses. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you top battery life tips and tricks on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So go into the settings, then into the display and brightness, and enable the dark mode. Then into the battery, and right here you can enable show battery percentage, so you always know how much your battery you have battery left. Then battery health, and right here enable the smart charge. To preserve the battery health, your device will learn from your charging routine and delay fully charging past 80% until you need to use it. Then here you can search the apps by battery usage. So you see that most of my battery is wasted on Huawei Home. So if you have something else, you need to consider using it less. Then right here and into more battery settings, and stay connected while asleep. Keep your internet connection active after the screen turns off. And you can disable this option, so it will save some battery. But note, if this is disabled, some apps won't stay connected to the internet after the screen turns off. You can refresh those apps manually after waking your phone. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I'll show you how to fix auto brightness not working on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin. So, first of all, let's simply go into our settings. Let's scroll down and go into display and brightness, and right at the very top we have brightness bar, and as you can see, right below it is the automatic, currently being set to disabled. And if we enable this, as you can see, our brightness automatically goes up because I'm in pretty dark environment for recording purposes. And yeah, if you have this disabled, then the auto brightness feature just won't work. And the moment you enable it, it starts working again, which is pretty cool. And also, if you think that your auto brightness still isn't working, I would advise you to lock your screen, just like that. And then you want to take some sort of microfiber cloth, like this one, and just you want to give it a nice wrap near the camera, because inside that camera are sensors that are sensing the light levels around you, and then using that information and feeding it to the automatic brightness feature. Also, if you still think that the sensors just aren't working correctly, you can always give them a nice little reboot by simply pressing and holding the power button for, I think, about 3 or 5 seconds, and then you can just go into the restart and restart the device. And when you restart your device, you will just restart those sensors and everything should be working without any issues whatsoever. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time!
Hi guys, in front of me is Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, and let me show you how to use secret codes on this device. So to use codes you need to open your phone the other. And now here you've got the panel, so keypad is the panel on which we will be entering the codes. The first one that I would like to show you is *#06#, and here you've got device info with serial and email numbers included. So whenever you want to quickly check your device's number, email or serial number, just enter this code, and here it is. Tap on OK to exit, and now you can use another code. Truly useful. It is *##, 225 #*#. And here you've got the calendar info. So as you can see, I do not have any calendars added to this device. However, if you have any Google Calendar, iOS Calendar, like whichever calendar you do have connected with this device, all upcoming events would be displayed right here. Also, those stored on this device's internal storage. So it's super useful. You will not forget about any upcoming birthday celebrations or business meeting. And the third code that I would like to show you is *##, 4 zeros, ###. And here you've got about phone. So if you need something more than email and serial number, the quickest way to reach all the details is to provide this code. So you can smoothly check your model, software version, hardware version, PRL, made number, SID number, and so on. So just provide it, and you've got everything here. So these are all codes that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to use AI scene recognition on the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So what AI scene recognition is in the camera app, you have the option to enable AI scene recognition, and it's going to detect what the main subject of the photo is, for example, maybe a plant or food or even a landscape. And it's going to tweak some of the settings, like exposure and things like that, depending on what the subject is, to make the photo even better. So to enable this option, what we're going to do is go to the camera app and then tap this AI icon on the top left. So master AI should be on. And now, if let's say we have this plant right here, and if I point my phone at the plant, I'm just going to make the thing pop up. And here, as you can see, it says greenery on the bottom and middle of the screen. So as long as you're pointing at greenery, it's going to recognize that or anything else. And once you take a photo, there will be a slight difference. So this is a photo taken, for example, without the AI recognition. And this is the photo taken with AI recognition. So I can kind of see the difference. I don't know if it's visible on the camera, but the stones are maybe kind of more focused on. Everything is a lot more centered. And that's pretty much what this thing does. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the low volume problem on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, what you guys want to do is adjust the media and call volume in the settings. So open up the settings. Now here in the settings, go to the sounds and vibration. Here in the volume, click on show more and make sure that music, videos, games and calls are set to the max value. Now you guys can change it just by sliding your finger, and make sure to slide it all the way to the right. After that, what you guys can do is make sure that do not disturb right up here is disabled, because it can also influence the low volume problem. So we definitely want to disable it. And now what we can do next is restart our phone. So all we have to do is hold the power button only And now click on restart, and we need to tap it again to restart the phone. So I'll see you guys once the phone is restarted. Now, after the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software to fix any audio glitches. So go over to the settings, and here scroll all the way down until you guys see system and updates. After that, click on the software update and it will check for updates. As you guys can see, I have the latest version and my software is up to date. But if yours isn't, then I recommend you guys updating it, as it can fix a lot of issues. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to take macro photos with the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So, as we know, the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra has pretty powerful lenses, and we also have the macro lens. And to use this lens to take macro photos, what we're going to do is either point the camera at something that we want to detect and take a macro photo of, and this little plant icon will pop up on the far left of the screen. And as you can see, super macro is now on, and let's say I want to zoom in on this thing, and as you can see, it's in the process of switching lenses. And as you can see, a lot of details pop up, and this is the macro mode. And if we turn it off, so as you can see, macro is now off, and something does change. As you can see, it's a lot more detailed with super macro on. And you also have this little icon that pops up when you enable macro, which is the 3.7 also macro lens. So it acts as a macro lens, and you can zoom in even further. And that's pretty much how that works. But if this little icon doesn't pop up for you, so this one right here, if it doesn't pop up, what you can do is just scroll to the More tab right here and select Super Macro. And macro photos will be enabled automatically, and it immediately is zoomed in 10 times, and here, as you can see, it works pretty nicely. So that's how you enable the mode manually, and that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the battery drain on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, we're going to start off by enabling the battery saver in the settings. So let's open up the settings. Now we need to scroll down until we see the battery, and here we click on the power saving mode. So as you guys can see, save power by disabling features such as always on display and auto syncing. So now we have enabled battery saver. Now what can we do next is we can lower the screen brightness. So open up the control center like that, and here we will have the option to change the brightness. So we can lower it. I won't lower it because I'm recording a video, but it's lower now. So what can we do next is we can disable Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location when it's not in use. So let's open up the control center again. As you guys can see, we have the Wi-Fi here, Bluetooth here, and location right here. Location is already turned off because it's not blue. So now everything is disabled, and when you use Wi-Fi only, for an example, then enable Wi-Fi but keep everything off so you save the battery. After that, what you guys can do is identify high draining apps, and they are in the battery settings right up here in the power consumption details. So we can see which app takes the most % of our battery. So for me, these all apps are from the Huawei, so I cannot do anything about it. But if you have any other apps on the phone like games or let's say TikTok or anything else, then that might already be here and you'll see which app uses the most energy. So now, as a last resort, what you guys can do is update your software to fix any battery related glitches. So leave the battery settings and scroll down until you guys see system and updates. Here we will go to the software update and it will check for updates automatically. So make sure you're always on the latest version just like me. And that's it for the video. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix fast charging not working on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin! And unfortunately, there isn't an easy way to fix that. If you feel like your fast charging isn't working, there isn't an easy toggle to make sure that it's working. If we go to the battery, we can see that there isn't really nothing here. There is wireless reverse charging, but it's not even really close to the fast charging thing. We have our battery health with nothing really here. The smart charge and custom charging limit only limiting the maximum capacity of your battery, not the speed at which the capacity is getting full. And if we go back, we have the more battery settings and literally only one setting here. So as you can see, there aren't as much things we can do. The only thing I would advise you is to simply check the battery health. If it drops very, very low, there is a very high chance that something is just wrong with your device and that your battery because of that your battery will just start charging up slower and slower and slower until it dies completely. But of course, it doesn't really have to be that way. If you still have your phone warranty and you feel like your maximum capacity is dropping way faster than it should be, then it's probably the truth. So that happens like fabric bugs or just miscalculations, defects of the battery in the factory line happen constantly. We can't really fix that. And if you happen to have the phone with faulty battery, it's completely normal if it falls down very, very fast. But generally speaking, if you don't really have any kind of problem and you just don't see the fast charging, then you don't really have to worry. Nowadays, they don't really split the two. You have fast charging enabled by default, and there is actually no way for you to disable this in the first place. So, just don't worry and everything will be okay. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the ghostage problem on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, remove the screen protector or case because it might cause the interference, and let me explain why. So first, when you have a screen protector and it's poorly applied or it's misaligned and it's going off the screen instead of being on it, then that might already cause the ghost touches to appear on the sides. So for an example, it twists to the right, it covers a bit part where the buttons are, and that might cause the ghost touches on the left side because we do not have a screen protector there and there's a little gap. So now for the case, if it's covering even a tiny part of the screen, as you guys can see those bezels, the black space between the case and the screen, when it's covering those bezels and it's covering even a tiny part of the screen, then what can happen is, let me hold my finger, and as you guys can see, the screen is completely unresponsive. This was made because I was holding the button. Now, as you guys can see, let's do that, and now I cannot move it. I'm moving it with this finger right here, but not this one. So this is what happens when you have a badly made case. And after that, what you guys can do is clean your screen to remove any debris, moisture, and fingerprints from it. So I recommend using the microfiber cloth. I have one right here with me, and I do it like that. I give it a few good swipes. So 3 swipes is definitely enough to get rid of everything. If not, then just keep on swiping until the screen is shiny and clear. And as a last resort, what you guys can do is update your software to fix any touch glitches. So go over to the settings. Now we need to swipe all the way down until we see system and updates and click on software update. Now, as you guys can see, my software is up to date. Let's double check that. It should check for updates automatically. So let's leave. And as you guys can see, it will check for updates automatically. I have the latest version, but if you don't, then I recommend you guys updating it. It's very important because when you don't have the latest version, then you may have a lot of glitches on your device, including the ghostage problem. So make sure to update. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix microphone not working on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to clean our microphone port with a non-metallic tool. Because when we use something metallic, then we can only damage the port even more. And it will be equivalent of just spamming anything into the port just to clean it. And we will only damage it and we won't clean anything. So we definitely do not want to do that. Now moving on, we can test the mic and the recorder app. So let's quickly unlock the phone. And after that, just open up the tools folder. So open up the folder, go to recorder, and here click on agree, and now start recording. As you guys can see, we have our microphone working. We see the wavelength moving right here. So now I'll stop talking. And as you guys can see, it wasn't moving. So that's how we know our microphone is working. But if your microphone isn't, then what you guys can do is restart the phone. So hold the power button until you see the menu pop up. After that, just click on restart. And I need to click again. So now let's click restart and touch again to restart the device. So I'll see you guys once the device is fully restarted. Now, after the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software to fix any mic glitches. So let's unlock the phone and go straight to the settings. Here in the settings, we want to scroll a bit down until we see system and updates. And right here, we want to click on software update right up top. Now it will automatically check for updates. As you guys can see, I'm running the latest version of my software. But if you don't, then I recommend you guys updating it, as it is very important to do so you don't have any mic glitches or any other glitches on your device. So that'd be it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video I will show you how to fix phone heating while charging on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin. And before we go into the settings and we try to fix that, first of all, it's completely fine for your phone to heat up while you charge it. This is just how battery works, this is just how electricity works in general. However, if you feel like the battery temperature gets like really hot, it's so hot that you can barely touch it, then you can probably start to worry. Now, unfortunately, there isn't like a way for you to get rid of that via the battery settings. Technically, only thing I could find is going into the battery and making sure that wireless reverse charging is disabled. This, I won't really think it would help much, but technically this is another feature that uses that battery and generates heat and all of that, so having it disabled should help. However, if it doesn't and you feel like your battery is way too hot that it should be, you are probably having a practical or just physical defection of your battery. I don't think you can defect, never mind, not defection, defect. Just a mistake from the factory line that went up and now your battery is kind of dying. Technically you could check that by looking at the battery health. However, and also as you can see, mine is in good condition. If yours is in wrong condition, then the battery life will just drop, the battery charge rate will also drop, and temperatures could get higher and higher. So if you don't have your warranty yet, then I think if you do, this is the best time to use it. But if you don't, well, unfortunately, you just have to accept that your battery is kind of dying, and unfortunately, there isn't really anything you can do. You could go into like Huawei store or phone workshop and ask them to have your phone checked, but if it will do nothing, then essentially there's nothing you can do. Yeah, sorry. But once again, I know that this seems kind of depressing. I will repeat. If your phone is getting heat like just a little bit, if it's just slightly warmer than usual, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Seriously, you can just sleep well, everything will be okay. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you top 5 hidden security features on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Go into the settings, then scroll down into security, and first we have app lock. You need to confirm with your password, and now you can lock some of your apps. So for example, the calculator, just show you. Now in tools we have calculator right here, and when I try to open it I need to confirm with a password. Now go into the security again, we have find my device, and enabling this feature will enable find device, protect and service data, support devices such as phone, tablets, earphone, glasses and watches, lets you locate, lock or even wipe lost devices to protect your data. And for your privacy, your location is only visible to you. Now when we open it, we need to just log in into our Huawei ID. We have a password vault, but we once again need to confirm with a password. And the password vault lets you autofill saved usernames and passwords when logging in, accessed by Huawei. Next, we have the file safe. It will protect your privacy, encrypt photos, videos, music and other files for maximum peace of mind. Just click create, select the storage and create a password. And now last thing is emergency SOS. Here, press power button 5 times for help and you can select, for example, auto SOS call. After a 3-second countdown, your emergency contact will be called until a contact answers and a pre-recorded SOS message will be played. Or you can select the auto SOS message, automatically send your emergency contact an SOS message with your current location. Here you can change your emergency contacts. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you how to fix speaker not working on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, what you guys want to do is check the volume levels in the settings. So let's unlock our device. Now we're gonna go and enter the settings here, and then we're gonna go over to the sounds and vibration. After that, we're gonna go to the volume section and click on show more. Now here we need to make sure that our volume levels are okay. So the call volume, the music, videos and games volume is the most important one, so we have to boost all of them to the max. Now that we have boosted both of those volume levels, we can go over and clean the speaker grills. So I would recommend using a soft brush for it. Now we have one right here, and we have the second one at the bottom right here, as you guys can see. And after we clean it, everything should be okay. But if not, then we can also check if we have Bluetooth turned off. So as you guys can see, I do. But if you don't, then that's bad, because audio may be rerouted anywhere else, like your headphones, your speaker, or your car. So I would recommend disabling the Bluetooth for the time of testing right now. And after that, I would recommend restarting the phone. So hold the power button first, and then you will see this menu pop up. Click on restart and click touch to restart. Now we wait, and I'll see you guys in a second. So now, after the phone restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software. So go over to settings, and right here in the settings, let's scroll down until we see system and updates. Now we need to click on software update, and it will check for updates automatically. As you guys can see, I have the latest software version, but if you don't, then I recommend you guys updating it, because it's very important to have the latest version of the software, so you don't have any glitches that are old. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix touchscreen not responding on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, what you guys want to do is remove the screen protector or case, and let me explain why. So when you have a screen protector and it's covering even a tiny part of the screen, then it might already cause the screen irresponsiveness. So your screen can become less responsive just by your case blocking the part of the screen. So imagine this. You have a case right here, it's covering this little bezel, and if it's covering the bezel, it's also covering the screen. And as you guys can see, my second finger cannot move anything on the screen. But now, without a case, for an example, we can do everything. So if that's the case, then make sure to remove it. And for the screen protector, if it's poorly applied or it's misaligned and it's going to the edges of the phone instead of being on the screen, then that might also cause the irresponsiveness. So next up, we need to clean our screen with a microfiber cloth. So grab the microfiber cloth and give it a few good swipes. So now this way we get rid of any moisture, debris, and fingerprints from our screen, so it looks new and shiny. After that, what you guys can do is force restart the phone to refresh the entire system. So the method I like to do is to hold the power button until we see the menu popping up, the power off and the restart. Now hold the volume down button, and now we've turned our volume all the way down, but it doesn't matter. We just need to keep on holding it for more than 10 seconds, and it will force restart our device. So keep on holding it until you see the Huawei logo appear, and after that, just let go of the keys. Now all we have to do is wait for our phone to turn back on, so I'll see you guys in a second. Now that our phone has restarted, what can we do as a last resort is update our software. So updating our software can actually fix a lot of glitches, including the screen becoming less responsive every second by second. So let's go over to settings and scroll down until we see system and updates. Now go to software update, and it will check for updates automatically. As you guys can see, our software is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you guys updating it, because it's very important to get rid of the glitches. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video I will show you what to do if the face recognition scanner on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra isn't recognizing your face properly. In such case, you're gonna have to set up a new face model on your device, and to do so, go to settings and go to biometrics and password, select face recognition, provide your current password. Then, if you have any previously set up facial data on your device, delete it. And now, before we add a new face model to this device, first let's wipe the frontal camera of the smartphone using a microfiber cloth, and make sure to make sure that we can clearly see the face, our face in the camera. So wipe it carefully. Make sure that it looks smooth. Adjust the lights in your room so that the lights face you and not the camera of your smartphone, and also make sure to not make your face too bright. Unlock your phone afterwards. Select face recognition. Tap get started and then position your face in this circle you see on the screen. Tap done, and before we proceed, let's go back to the settings and scroll down to System and Updates. Open this menu and go to Software Update. Make sure that you have internet connection on your phone and check if your device has any updates available right now. And if there are any updates for your device, then of course download and install them and wait until your phone restarts. Otherwise, restart your phone by holding down the power button and then selecting restart option right here. Confirm and wait until your device is restarted. And once your phone is restarted, let's try to check the fingerprint scanner as the face unlock scanner. I'm sorry. Yeah. And let's just look at your device's camera. As you can see, it worked well for the first time. Let's try it a couple more. And as you can see, everything works smoothly. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to our channel. Leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix no sound during calls on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, what you guys want to do is, when you're in a call, then you guys can check your volume using the side buttons right here. So you guys can change the call volume like that while you're in the active call, or just go over to settings, and here in the settings, you want to go to the sounds and vibration. Now, let's go to the volume section and click show more. Here, you guys will be also able to change the call's volume, so you guys can max it out. And after that, what you guys want to do is go over to the Bluetooth and make sure that Bluetooth, instead of being on, is off, because you may have rerouted our audio somewhere else. So for an example, you can reroute your audio to any other headphones, speakers, even your car if you had your phone connected here. So when the Bluetooth is off, what you guys can do next is clean the earpiece. So the earpiece is right up here, but it's very hard to actually reach. So this will be a difficult task, but if you have a soft brush with small brushes, then it will definitely work. Now, after that, what you guys can do is test another call. So try testing with another call. You guys can call up somebody right here, just enter their number, and after that, what you guys can do is restart the phone if the issue still persists. So hold the power button and now click on restart and tap again to restart the device. So I'll see you guys once the device is restarted. Now, after the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is check for the software updates, because they can fix the no sound during calls. So go over to the settings and swipe all the way down until you see system and updates. Now click on software update and it will check for updates automatically. As you guys can see, I'm running the latest version of the software, and if you don't, then I recommend you guys updating it, because it can fix a lot of glitches, including this one. So that'd be it for the video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix PIN not being accepted on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin! So, as you can see, I have my unlock screen, which is of course the PIN, and unfortunately I have forgotten the password. What can I possibly do? Well, unfortunately there is only one thing you can do, and it is to perform a factory reset. Now, before we actually begin, and I will actually show you how to do this, I first need to give you a little warning that this will remove your password, sure, but with that it will also remove all your images, all your videos, all your applications, all your photos, contacts, messages, everything will be gone from your device, and it will just behave like a new one. So you just want to be very, very careful if you are really sure that you want to do this. Anyway, with that warning out of the way, let's begin. First of all, we want to power off our device, and we can do that by pressing and holding the power button for about 3 to 5 seconds, like this, and then just go into power off. And after a moment, we should hear a little vibration, which means that our device is now powered off. And after that, you can just start pressing and holding the power button with volume up button at the same time, like this. And this one will take much longer. In my testing, it was about 10 seconds, maybe sometimes even 15, but you want to be really, really patient. And even if we see Huawei logo, we want to keep pressing and holding until we hear a little vibration. We can now let go of the power and volume keys, and congratulations, we are now inside the recovery mode. Now you want to go down using the volume down button, go into clear data using the power button, and now, as you can see, we can wipe our cache, which is not something we want, but instead we want to go into factory reset. Let's go into power button once again. And now you want to just go and click yes, and then touch the button below to confirm the factory reset, and this will wipe all user data on this device. So all you want to do is just type in yes, and just go into factory reset. Now, I'm not going to click it because I really like my data on my device, but after you click this button, you will begin performing a factory wipe, the data wipe, sorry, and after that you can just reboot your device and you will have a welcome screen from the setup. And yeah, actually that's all for the video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to improve battery life for Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin. First of all, we want to simply head into the settings. Then you want to scroll down a little and enter battery. Now you want to head into battery health. And finally, we have two options that are probably the most important options for you to extend your battery life, and it's the smart charge and custom charging limit. Now, as you can see, smart charge is by default actually enabled, and it will preserve the battery health by just preventing you to charge past 80% until you will really need it. And it really, I know that if you have this phone like newly, if you haven't been using it quite a long, you may know that this doesn't really work that good, and it's only because your phone hasn't really adjusted to your routine just yet. So for example, if you're going to wake up every single day at, I don't know, 7 a.m., then your Huawei will soon learn that and will actually charge up to 100% only like mere seconds after you wake up. This is very, very cool thing. And also we have custom charging limit, which is something similar but even greater. And we can sorry for that. We can set a maximum charging limit for your device and based on our preferences, and we can even see that we can reduce battery aging by setting this between 70 and 90%, though the system may occasionally fully charge the battery to evaluate its current condition. So we can enable this, and as you can see, the moment we enable this, we are disabling the smart charge, which is very, very important. And now we can change, for example, this to 80 or 70. We only have this much customizability. There's nothing that big about this, but for the best battery health, I would suggest making this 80%, and you should be good to go with your battery health. Are there other things? Well, technically, you can probably you can avoid charging your battery every night. So you want to plug your phone and then you will just kill your battery over the night. Unless you have this installed, then this is pretty good. But other than that, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that after we have enabled these two options, everything should start working again, and our battery health will probably be very, very long for very, very long amount of time, giving us the most usability in the long term. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your pattern lock not being recognized on the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin! So, unfortunately, there isn't any way to really fix that. The truth is that most likely you have just forgotten your lock screen password, and there's nothing really you can do about it except one thing only, and it is to perform a factory reset. Now, it's very important to mention before we start the tutorial part a little warning, or actually a couple of them, because if we do perform a factory reset, we will remove the password. That is correct. However, with that password, we are also removing everything from our device. So all your images, all your photos, all your applications, all videos, all messages, all contacts, music, everything is going to disappear, and your phone, your Huawei, will behave almost like a new phone. Without a password, of course. So yeah, here's your warning, and with that out of the way, let's begin performing factory resets. First of all, we want to simply disable our device, and we can power it off by pressing and holding the power button like this. And you want to do that for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then you want to go into power off like this. And after we hear a little vibration, this means that we can proceed to the next step, and it is to enter the recovery mode, and you can do that by pressing and holding the power button and volume up button at the same time, so something like this. And we want to keep pressing and holding that for much longer. I believe it's to be 10 seconds almost, and the moment you'll see Huawei logo, you want to keep pressing and holding. So as you can see, I failed. I will try to do it again, but usually you don't want to do this, you just want to be very, very patient. I'm just very, very impatient guy, so yeah, that's a shame. But anyway, we can keep waiting, and now we want to still keep pressing until we hear a little vibration, like now. And after that vibration passes, we should see our recovery mode in any moment. Congratulations! Now you can proceed and go down using the volume button into clear data, and you want to go into here by clicking the power button like this. Now we can go into factory reset, power button, and now as you can see we want to enter the word yes, and then we want to touch the factory reset button, and after that our phone will wipe all of our data. So once again, just type in yes, click the button, and you are good to go. After that, your phone will perform a factory reset, and after that, you can just reboot your device and you can proceed with the setup. And yeah, your phone will just behave like a new one. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to easily fix headphones not detected on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So first, we're gonna talk about the USB-C headphones. So now, the first thing I would do is clean the charging port because dust can block the connection. So, as you guys can see, we've got our charging port right here. Now, I do not see any dirt in it, and I feel like this is because this phone is brand new. But after some time, you might actually have the dust that may be blocking that connection. So, after that, I would restart the phone, but I'll get back to that later. So, if you're using an adapter and you're using USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack, then I would recommend using either an original adapter or the certified one. because the adapters that are low quality, they may just break down one day and you may think that it's your headphones, but it's actually the adapter. So you guys can also test another pair of headphones, and you guys can test a different adapter. You guys can test a different pair of headphones with the adapter. You guys can test the different USB-C headphones. And that's basically what you guys can do for the USB-C stuff. Now, moving on to the Bluetooth headphones. First, I would go into the settings. Now, scroll until I see Bluetooth right up top. And if the Bluetooth is enabled, then I would disable it. And now we just need to wait for a couple of seconds. So I'll enable it again. And after that, if there's still some issues, I would forget and repair the headphones. So if you forgot your headphones right here, then what you guys can do is forget them and just repair them. So the pairing looks pretty much similar to every single headphone, but it's still different. So you guys need to do it on your own. Now, after that, I would recommend charging the headphones fully. So if they are still not connecting or they are just not detected, then I would recommend charging the headphones fully, because once I had the situation when I charged my headphones to around 70 or 80% and they just didn't connect to my phone. But when I charged them up to 100, including the case, then they paired no problem. So at the last resort, I would recommend checking for software updates and restarting your device. So first we're going to restart the device. This is what I wanted to do for the USB-C stuff, but now we're back to the Bluetooth. Here we can also restart the device. So let's press restart after holding the power button. And now all we have to do is wait for the phone to turn back on. So I'll see you guys in a second. So now after the restart, let's go over to the settings and check for the software updates. So we need to scroll down until we see system and updates. Now go to the software update, and here it will check automatically if we have the latest version of the software. As you guys can see, I do, but if you don't, then I recommend you guys updating it, because it can fix a lot of glitches, including this one. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if the fingerprint sensor on your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra isn't recognizing your fingerprint properly. In such case, let's enroll a new fingerprint model. And before we start, let's first remove the protective case from the smartphone so it doesn't interfere with the process. Then you're gonna have to unlock your device and go to settings, then go to biometrics and password, go to fingerprint ID, provide your current password or PIN code, and then select your already enrolled fingerprints and remove them. And before you add a new one, grab a piece of microfiber cloth and wipe the surface of your fingerprint sensor, which is basically your side button, with microfiber cloth like this. And once it seems smooth and clean to you, select a new fingerprint and place your finger on the sensor and try to properly follow the circle that you see on the screen that is shown on the pattern, so that you add your fingerprint properly. So just place the part of your finger that's circled on the screen on the pattern. Then click OK. And before we proceed, let's go back to settings and check if this device's software is up to date. To do so, in settings, select system and updates, then go to software update, connect to a Wi-Fi if you aren't, or use mobile data instead, and then check if you have any updates to install. If you do, of course, take your time and install all the required updates. Otherwise, restart your phone, by pressing the power button and volume up key. Power button and like, give me a moment. Just the power button of your device and wait for this menu to appear. Then select restart, confirm, and wait until your phone is restarted. And once your phone is restarted, let's see how the fingerprint sensor works now. So let's lock the phone first. Well, let's unlock. Let's unlock it with the password. Then lock the phone and try to unlock it using the fingerprint. Okay, so it worked well. Let's try one more time. Okay, and so as you can see, everything works practically seamlessly for me, and I hope that it does for you too. And if this video helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to use the smart control button on the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. So on the 80 Ultra you have a power button which also acts as a fingerprint sensor, and you also have a smart control button option which allows you to launch apps or do other actions when you double tap the button. And to enable this option, we first need to set up a fingerprint scan, so a scan of your fingerprint, if you haven't done that yet. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and the first thing that we're going to do is open up the settings, then scroll down to biometrics and password, select fingerprint ID, enter the PIN or the unlock pattern, and then we're going to tap on new fingerprint. So we're going to take our phone in our hand like this, so like you're usually holding it, and then we're just going to kind of slide our finger in a circle like this while the fingerprint is getting scanned. So you just do this motion like that. You don't need to like raise your finger and place it again. You just slide in a circle like this, and the setup is pretty fast. So this is pretty much everything that you need to do, and there we go, the fingerprint has been added. So now that we've done that, we're going to go back to the main menu of the settings, and then scroll down to the accessibility features, select the shortcuts and gestures, and then we're going to tap on the smart controls. So here, as you can see, touch the fingerprint button twice to open a selected app or feature. So we're going to tap on touch twice here, and you can go through a tutorial to see how the shortcuts work. Let's go through that to show you how it works. So double tap the fingerprint sensor to open your payment code. You tap it twice, and it's going to pretty much open up any of the features. So you don't really need to even press the button. All you need to do is just tap twice lightly like this. And now let's go back to touch twice. And here are the options that you can enable. So you have AI lens, AI touch, and you have flashlight, camera, sound mode, recorder, super privacy. You have even more settings down here to launch some app. And just select the option that you want to launch when you tap the button twice. So I'm going to do AI touch for now. And now let's try it out. So if we tap this button twice, as you can see, AI touch is enabled. So this is the feature. And if we change it to anything else, so if we come back to shortcuts and gestures, smart controls, and change it to something else, maybe like to launch the camera app, if you tap twice, it's going to launch the camera app. It's working pretty quickly. You don't need to press down the button or anything, just tap it twice lightly, and the app gets launched. And that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your Wi-Fi not working on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin! So, first of all, let's simply head into our control center and let's press and hold on the Wi-Fi icon and let's go into the settings. And congratulations, we are now inside the Wi-Fi settings. First thing you want to do is you want to just disable the Wi-Fi. Seriously, you want to keep that disabled for about few seconds, maybe 10, maybe 15. It doesn't really matter that much, but after a while you want to keep that, you want to enable it. And congratulations, you have now rebooted your Wi-Fi chip inside your phone. So if you had any small problems with connection, they should be resolved now. However, if you are still not connected, you want to go into your current you want to go into your current network and you want to just go and click forget button. And now our phone will behave like we never connected to that network in the first place. And now I would suggest finding it once again and just inputting in password once again. After you have inputted your password, you can simply hit connect. And if the password is correct, we are now once again connected. And what we just did is simple reconnecting to our router, to our network, and this should also refresh the connection and also get rid of all major or even smaller bugs. However, if you've already done all of that and yet your Wi-Fi still isn't working, then there is a very high chance that it's its fault. So I would suggest going into that router and, for example, checking if the LEDs are flashing red or something like that, which would suggest something going wrong with the internet itself. I would suggest also unplugging it from electricity, leaving it like that for about 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, maybe at best 3 minutes, and then connecting it to the electricity once again. And thanks to that, you have once again rebooted, but not your device, but your router. And if the Wi-Fi still isn't there after all of that, I would seriously just suggest calling your internet provider. Seriously, you can call the provider, whoever you're having Wi-Fi from, and you can just ask them, hey man, I don't really have my Wi-Fi, what's going on? I'm paying for this. And usually they should tell you what's going on and why it's going on. I actually had this situation a few days ago when my Wi-Fi just went dead for half a day. And no matter how many times I rebooted my phone, the router, everything just didn't work. And I ended up calling the internet provider, and they just tell me that there's some sort of outburst of energy or whatever. There's just a big area near me that's just blackout. The internet just stopped working there, and I was unfortunately in that area. And they only repaired it a couple of hours later into the night, which was kind of disappointing, but you gotta know that sometimes it's just out of your reach. You can't really do anything about it, and you just have to accept that, well, sometimes you can't really have your internet. But once again, simply turn off your Wi-Fi, turn it on after a moment, repair with your network, then reboot and restart your router, and finally just call and ask the provider what's going on. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your Bluetooth not connecting on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Let's begin. So, first of all, let's simply go into our settings. Then we want to go into Bluetooth. And now we have all Bluetooth settings. You can see that I'm currently connected to my earbuds here. And the moment I close them, I'm actually going to disconnect. And this is something very similar that I think share the most amount of earbuds, because every single earbud I at least use personally have this feature. So if you are not opened, then they won't try to connect to your device. But even then, after you open them, connecting time can vary. At least, of course, it will vary between different models, different companies making them. But sometimes it can be a few seconds, sometimes it can be half a minute even. So that is not that good. So the best way for you to fix any kind of bugs with the Bluetooth is to simply just disable the Bluetooth. and you want to keep it disabled for a few more seconds, maybe like up to 15, 20, something like that. And after that, you can just enable it once again. And as you can see, we are already connecting back to our earbuds, and notice that even then, it still took about 5 seconds. However, if simple disabling and enabling Bluetooth doesn't really help you, then you want to go into pair device, into the cogwheel icon like this, and then you can just go and click that unpair button. Technically, we also have few different options. For example, you can make sure that you have your call audio and media audio enabled, otherwise you won't really be using these Bluetooth devices. But if you have all of that set on and yet you still can't use your device, I would just advise you to unpair it. And now we can close and open our earbuds once again. Of course, this will also work with headphones, though headphones can be put into pairing mode slightly differently because they need you have to press and hold the power button onto them. And as you can see now, I will just press my my earbuds here, which appeared on the top of the list. And we have the Bluetooth pairing request. That's going to pair. And congratulations, we are successfully paired with our Bluetooth device. However, if it's still not working for you for whatever reason, which also is very possible, then there is one last thing I would advise you, and it is to perform a little diagnostic test. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because you can just borrow the phone from like your family member or coworker or friend, and then you want to try to connect your Bluetooth device with their phone. So if this test is correct, if it will receive A+ or whatever, and if your Bluetooth device will successfully connect to their device, then this means that your phone is just wrong. Maybe it's mistakenly not working, maybe it has some sort of factory defect. It's pretty hard to predict. However, if the test will fail, meaning that if your Bluetooth device won't connect to anybody's phone, this means that your phone is completely fine and it's the Bluetooth device that is at fault here. You want to make sure that it's charged up. If it is and it's still not working, well, I would advise you to just check if you have your warranty up, and if you don't, good luck trying to get a refund, I guess. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time!
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the best settings for gaming on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Okay, first let's open up our settings. Let's scroll down until we find display and brightness. Now scroll down again until you find screen refresh rate and make sure that it's set on dynamic or on high. Thanks to that we will have up to 120 Hz refresh rate and we'll have the smoothest visuals. In my case, just for now, for the gaming, I'll keep it on high. Now we can go back. Also, we can scroll down until we find the battery and let's enable the performance mode. As you can see, in my case, it's already enabled. Thanks to that, we will have also the best performance possible. But remember that the power consumption and the temperature of our device will be higher. So what I highly recommend to do is to turn off this mode if you finish gaming. Because, overheating your battery is not the best thing and we should avoid that. But for the gaming, it's worth enabling. Also, we can open up the optimizer app, and if you have possibility to clean the optimize button, you should do it. In my case, I have done it like 2 minutes ago, so it's impossible, but we can also click on the cleanup, and if you have some junk files that are stacked, we can perform a cleanup. Let's open up the recent apps, and before we start playing, it's always good to simply close the apps that are opened in the background, because thanks to that we'll release some RAM, and our device will work with its best performance. Now let's open up our game, and I'll show you a few graphic settings that you can select for the best performance. Remember that not each game allows you to change the graphic settings. For this video I have picked the game that allows us to. So let's open up the settings, everything will be a little bit different in each game, so have that in mind, but you need to find the graphic settings basically, and make sure that if you have a possibility to change the frame rate, that it's selected into maximum value. When it comes to the Asphalt Legends, the current game, the maximum value is 90 FPS, so it's pretty cool. Simply select that, and when it comes to the advanced settings, if you want to have the best performance and stable FPS, you should simply select the lowest graphics. If you want to have the best quality, simply max out those settings. But if you want to find like a preset somewhere in the middle, you can of course shuffle those settings manually, and you can find a preset just for yourself. Okay, when it comes to the Asphalt, we need to restart the game to apply the changes. But when it comes to our UI, we also have inbuilt game manager. To launch it up, we need to slide 2 times from the top, just like that. And now to launch the game mode, simply tap. And you can see, you could see down below that the performance mode has been enabled. We have disabled the knuckle gestures. We have enabled the game accelerations. We have uninterrupted gaming mode and mistouch prevention. Thanks to that, for example, we won't accidentally quit the game by a gesture. And also, all of the notifications will be blocked. They won't appear on the screen, so we won't get distracted during our gameplay, so it's pretty cool thing. If you click on all features, you can in here also lock your brightness if you want. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the home screen tricks on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Alright, to open up the customization menu, we need to perform that kind of move. Now, the menu appeared, as you can see, and in here we can quickly change the wallpaper. In here, you can select your own wallpaper from the gallery. Also, you can use one of those suggested wallpapers. And down below, we have more wallpapers button. If you tap on that, you need to click on enable. And in here, you can see another wallpapers that you can download. But remember that some of them might require payment. For example, this one, it says purchase. Okay, back to the menu. And now let's go with the service widgets. That's one of my favorite things. I always use some widgets. And that's actually the first thing that I do when I set up my phone. Actually, when it comes to the widgets itself, we have a cool way to stack them. But remember that the widgets needs to have the same size. So for example, let's add a weather widget. You can see that each widget has a few sizes. Click on add, and now let's add another one with the same size. For example, the clock. Click on add to home screen, and now when I'll grab one widget, I'll place it on the second one. Click on got it. You can see that those widgets has stacked right now. And if you want to switch between them, you just need to slide up or down. Pretty cool thing. Thanks to that, we can save some space on our screen. Because, you know, 2 widgets are stacked in one place. We can slide up or down. And we don't need to take place, for example, like that. I mean, you know, the weather would be in this place and the clock in that place. That would take more space on our screen, but thanks to that, everything is pretty well organized. Okay, back to the menu. We also have possibility to change the transition animation. Currently it's set on the default, but we have the perspective. You can see currently on the screen how each transition will look like. So we have squeeze, we have the box, we have the flip over, rotate, page, windmill, and that is all. So for example, let's select the rotate, tap on the screen to save it, and now you can see that the animation has changed. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. Okay, back to the menu. And the last thing is home screen settings in here. We can change the layout of our home screen 4:6 or 5:6. If you select 5:6, you'll be able to place more icons on one screen. So it's up to you which mode you like more. You can also lock the layout. If you enable it, you won't be able to move any icon or widgets on your home screen. Sometimes it's good because let's say that we have created our perfect layout and we don't want anything to go wrong. So that's the moment, for example, when we can lock the layout. I highly recommend enabling the auto align function. It works in that way that, for example, if I will uninstall one of my apps, the app that is next to it will fulfill that gap. So let me show you how it works. I will uninstall my game, and you can see that the shortcut jumped into the place of previous app. That is a pretty cool thing because we won't have, empty space in the middle of our screen. So I like that feature. We can also enable or disable to show widget bars. We can change the icon's size. We have this bar down below. Simply slide left and right to adjust the size. Okay, then release, go back using that arrow, and now it has been changed. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you cannot access your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra using your device's password. So, if you forgot the password to your smartphone and you cannot access it, the best solution for you would be to contact Huawei customer support service, tell them about this issue, and if you can prove the ownership of your device to them, for example, by showing them a receipt from the store where you bought this phone, then they will most probably be able to help you out with this problem without removing any personal data from your device, and will help you regain access to your smartphone as soon as they possibly can. However, if you cannot use this solution, then you can perform a factory reset operation on your device, and there are two ways that you can use to do so. However, factory reset operation will erase all data from your phone, so you gotta be aware of it before you perform it. Now, the two ways of performing factory reset operation are the local one with the recovery mode. If you want to perform a factory reset operation locally through the recovery mode, I recommend you checking out the separate dedicated video on our channel where we explain how to do that step by step. So you will surely do everything right and will not make any mistakes in the process. So if you need this video, I are highly welcome to go ahead and check it out. Now, if you want to perform factory reset remotely, you can use any other device that you have around you. With any device with internet access, it can be any other phone, tablet, laptop, PC, whatever. What you have to do is open the cloud.huawei.com website. Let me actually search it for you to help you find it. It's cloud.huawei.com/ find device guide. Now, on this website, you're gonna have to sign in using your Huawei Cloud account that is linked with your smartphone. And once you do that, you're gonna see the list of devices, and well, or just this one smartphone if you don't have any other Huawei devices, or you didn't have any. And so from this device list, select your Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, and then select either erase data or factory reset option, confirm your identity with your password, and confirm to perform this action. Once the factory reset operation will be performed on your phone, you'll be able to regain access to your smartphone once again, and at this point, that would be you'll be able to set it up once again as a new device. Now, I also want to mention one other possibility. If you do remember your password, but you cannot access your device using it, in the normal mode, you can access safe mode on your smartphone. And to do so, you have to restart your device by pressing the power button for a couple of seconds until you see power options on your screen. Now let me try this once again. Hold down the power button until the power options appear on your screen. What's that? Okay, and now hold your finger down on the restart option until you see this touch to enter safe mode icon. Tap on it, then tap OK. And then wait until your device is restarted. Once you are in the safe mode, enter your PIN code or password, and if you were able to access your device this time, then what you have to do next is open your device's settings, go to biometrics and password, then select disable lock screen password, tap disable, then confirm with your password once again. And now just restart your device normally by holding down the power button for a while. Select restart, confirm, and wait until your device is rebooted. And after that, you'll be able to use your device once again. So that's basically it for this video. I hope that it helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, in this video I want to show the productivity tricks on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Alright, first let's open up our settings. Now scroll down until you find accessibility features, and when it comes to the productivity, let's open up the multi-window. Thanks to that, we have features such as multi-window dock, the floating windows, and the multi-window dock. I'm sorry, we have the split screen. My bad. Let's begin with it. Split screen allows us to open up at the same time, two of them, and it's best for multitasking. So first we need to select first app. Remember that not each app allows you to use the split screen mode, but for example the notepad allows us to do it. Now to enter the split screen mode, we need to hold from the downside and slide to the top left corner. Now release. Oh my god. Not that. Now select the second app. For example, I often use the calculator. And now you can see that the screen has been perfectly split in half. Now above, we can start creating and taking notes. And down below, we can quickly count something, and it's really fast. We don't need to each time, switch between notes and calculator to do our stuff. We can simply open them at the same time using the split screen mode, and it's much more comfortable. When it comes to the split screen mode itself, we can adjust the size of those apps. We need to grab this gray bar in the middle, just like that, and now we can change the size. If you click, you can change the size of those apps. And if you are using this preset in split screen mode, I'm talking about notes and calculator, you can save it as a combo, which is basically a shortcut. So now, thanks to that we have created a shortcut, we don't need to, each time open notes, then look for the calculator. Now we simply have the shortcut, we tap on that, and both apps open in the split screen mode. Really, really useful thing. Okay, now let's go with floating windows. We can also open them from the level of recent apps. You can click on that icon and the app opens. We can also slide from the downside of the screen into right corner, now release, and the app also opens in the floating window. We can adjust the size if we grab on the edge. We can change its position on the screen if you grab this thin blue bar. Place it anywhere you want on the screen. We can also minimize the icon. Now it's sticked into the edge of our screen. If you tap on that, it appears. If you want to open in the full screen, click on this icon in the top left corner. It is really cool because now, as you can see, we can still do our other stuff on the phone. For example, we can surf the internet and take notes at the same time. So it's pretty cool thing. And now let's go with the multi-dock. To open it, we need to slide from the edge of the screen and this bar appears, as you can see. Now, if you click on one of those apps that are in this bar, it will open in the floating window. You can also click on those 4 squares on the downside, and in here you can see all apps that you can launch using the multi-dock. If you click on the plus button, you can edit this bar. So for example, I don't want browser and files in here. Instead of them, I want recorder and, for example, weather. To save it, click this blue button. Okay, we also have the Super Hub, which is pretty cool thing. It allows us to copy the things and keep them in that hub in case we want to copy them later. We can copy the text and also the images. Let me show you how that works. I'll open up the browser and I need to find something with the text. So I need to accept. Now I will copy some text. First select it. Now hold it using your finger and you can drag it into your Super Hub, as you can see. Now let's do the same thing but with the photo. Place it. And now, as you can see, those two things are stacked in the Super Hub. So now I can exit the browser and let's say I want to copy that photo and text into notes. I'll create a new one. I open up the hub. I grab the text. I put it in the notes. You can see that it has been successfully pasted. And now let's do the same thing with the photo. Boom. Click on allow. And everything went successfully. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the speed up tricks on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Alright, the first thing that we can do is opening the developer options and a few things that we can change in them. So open up your normal settings, scroll all the way down until you find About Phone, and in here we have our software version. We need to tap on it a few times in a row until we see that we are a developer. Now go back, go into System and Updates, and find Developer Options. Now scroll down until you find 3 specific options, actually 4. Here are the first 3. It's window animation scale, transition animation scale, and the animator duration scale. As you take a look, all three of them are currently set on 1x, but to improve the speed and performance of our device, we can select them completely. We can completely turn them off, or at least put them on 0.5. For me, 0.5 is like a perfect balance between off and 1x, because, you know, we will still have our animations. They will be a little bit different, but our phone will work simply faster. So I'm going to put everything on 0.5. It's up to you which mode you want. You can, of course, keep everything on 1x. And you don't need to change that, it's up to you. But remember that you shouldn't go higher than 1x because it will only slow your device, so you should avoid that. Let's scroll also a little bit more and let's find apps and background process limit. Currently it's set on the standard, but we can select at most 3 or at most 4 processes for best performance. Up to you, I'll select at most 4. Okay, now we can exit the developer options. We don't need to do anything right in here, but let's scroll to the upside until we find the storage. And in here we can perform a cleanup, really useful thing. So in here, if there are some compressible files, you'll see them right in here. In my case, it's 24 groups, 63 megabytes that I can compress. So let's do it. Click on compress, done, freed up storage, 63 megabytes. Really good to see. You need to remember that the higher storage space you have, the faster your phone will work. Same thing with junk files. It's always good to clean them. And with the duplicated files, we can perform a cleanup. If you have some duplicated files, you can select them right in here and delete those copies to also get some free storage space. Useful thing. Now let's go back into apps and services and click on apps. And here, simply, if you have some apps that you are not using, simply uninstall them because they're only taking your storage space away. And that might be the problem why your device is running slowly. But have in mind that some of those apps are system apps and uninstalling them is impossible. Don't try to force stop them or disable them because something bad may happen. So don't do it. Simply uninstall the apps that you have downloaded manually from the app gallery, or for example, apps such as Snapchat, TikTok, you know, the apps that are not software apps. So in here, for example, I'm not using the Snapchat, I can uninstall it right in here. You don't need to also do it from the level of the apps and the settings. You can simply find the app on your home screen. That's faster option. Hold on the icon and above you have the uninstall icon, as you can see. But let's open up the settings and apps and services once again, because some apps allows us to clear the cache. Cache is basically some junk files, so cleaning them won't cause nothing wrong. We won't lose any of our personal data, so don't worry. For example, in my case, I should have possibility to clear some cache in browser app. So scroll down, find storage, and in here we have some cache. Not much. In your case, it might be on a much higher level. So we can click on clear cache. From time to time, also worth doing. We can close the settings right now, and let's open up the optimizer app that it's right in here, in my case, and we can perform a cleanup. Also, sometimes you will have possibility to click the optimize button, and if you have that possibility, simply click on that. Let's click on cleanup first, and here, that's like the faster way to open up this cleaner app. Much faster than each time opening up the settings. So that's worth enabling. When it comes to the battery, we have performance mode. If we enable it, our phone will work with its maximum performance, but you need to be aware that enabling that mode will cause this, that the power consumption will be bigger and the temperature of our phone will increase. So you shouldn't use that mode, all day long, because overheating your battery, it's not the best idea, not the best thing, and we should avoid situations like that. But for example, if you are using this mode, I don't know, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, if you are playing games, for example, nothing wrong will happen. And sometimes it's really worth enabling. Also, during day-to-day use, there's a chance that in the background you have a lot of apps opened. In my case, currently I only have the optimizer. But if you have a lot of apps, you can simply manually close them by simply sliding them to the upside. Thanks to that, the RAM of our device will be freed up and it might work a little bit better. And the last thing that I want to show you is how to perform a simple reboot, because also during a reboot the RAM gets freed up. It can help with the performance of our device, and also during that process our phone simply rests for a moment. So performing a reboot, for example, once a week is completely okay, and it's even recommended, I would say. To perform a reboot, we need to hold the power button until power menu launches. Just like that. And now to perform a reboot, click on restart, tap once again. Now our device will be turned off. Wait a few seconds and it will be turned on automatically. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I want to show you the AI features that you didn't know about on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Alright, let's open up the settings, and in here we have our all AI features in Huawei Assistant. It's similar, for example, into Gemini and Siri, but you know, the Huawei doesn't have support of Google services, and it's a little bit different. So we have things such as AI Voice, AI Lens, AI Touch, AI Tips, and AI Search. Let's begin with the AI Voice. First, if you are doing it for the first time, there's a chance that the voice wake up is not turned on. So that's the first thing that we need to do. Let's turn it on. Now, thanks to that, we can launch the assistant by simply saying this sentence. But if you are turning it on for the first time, you'll have to record the phrase to have possibility to launch the Celia by simply using the voice command. And now I'll tell you and I'll show you a few things that we can do using our AI assistant. So for example, we can ask him to make a call, to send a text message, to play some music, and for example, ask about the weather. Let me show you a few examples. So I will launch the assistant by saying this sentence. Hey Celia, set an alarm at 10 p.m.
I have set up the alarm for 22.
Alright, it says that it has been done. And we can also see in our alarm app that everything has been successfully set. 10 p.m. enabled, so it is just like it should. Now let's try with the weather. Hey Celia, what's the weather in LA right now?
There's currently mostly cloudy.
Once again, hey Celia, what's the weather in LA right now?
There's currently haze in law. Today's forecast calls for slightly cloudy weather, with a high of 37 degrees Celsius and a low of 17.
Alright, as you can see, everything works properly, just like it should. And now maybe the last thing, using the Celia. I'm wondering what we can ask her. Maybe to open some app. Hey Celia, open Notepad.
Okay.
As you can see, it worked properly. So that's when it comes to the AI voice or AI assistant. Let's get back to it, and the alternate way to launch it is by holding the power button for around 1 second. Just like that, you could see that it launched. Down below, you can select the conversation language, enable to call when locked. Emergency calls can be made even when this is disabled. And we also have cool thing called Celia Translate. I really like that feature. Let's add it into our home screen. It's right in here. Above, select the language that you want to translate to from that list. Currently, it's going to translate from English into Italian, so we need to hold this button to talk. So let's say some sentence. Hello, how are you?
Ciao, come stai?
You can see that everything is translating properly. Let's go into face-to-face translation. It is also a pretty cool thing. And it's useful, for example, when you are in a foreign country and you are speaking with a person who doesn't know your language. So above, you can select the language of this person. And if you want to talk to him, her, use this button and speak in English. Everything will be translated into Italian. And then the second person can hold this button. You can even rotate the layout. And this person needs to hold this button and then speak Italian, and everything will be translated into English. So it's really, really useful feature. Okay, let's get back. Now let's go with the AI lens. It allows us to simply scan the QR codes and the barcodes. To find that feature, all you need to do is to launch the camera app, and in here we have that icon in normal photo mode. Simply tap, and we have the code scanner and the translation mode. You can you can add a shortcut of it into your home screen. Same thing with the translation. Oh, actually, you cannot do with the translation, my bad. Let me show you how the translation feature works. So let's say we want to translate the detected language into maybe Chinese. In here I have a bottle of cleaning spray, so I'll show you that it works. You can currently see the original language, it's in Polish. And now using the AI, I will take a photo. And you can see that everything has been successfully translated into Chinese. So it worked just like it should. Also really useful feature. Let's go again into AI Touch this time. This feature allows us to scan the QR codes that are on pages. For example, in our browser. And it will allow us to scan them. Let me open up the browser with some text. And now to scan for the code that is on the page, simply hold with 2 fingers. Currently, of course, it says that it doesn't see any language. So it won't scan because there's nothing to be scanned. But if there is a QR code on the page, simply hold using 2 fingers. And you'll be able to quickly scan it. Really useful thing. Okay. That's when it comes to this feature. When it comes to AI tips, the only thing that you can do in here is to launch the smart reminders, so the phone will give you and send you notifications about the things that you can do based on the AI and your routines. And we also have the AI search. That's the thing that allows us to simply search for anything on our device. We can enable or disable the suggested apps and the search history. We can add the widget into our home screen. it will look like that. You can use the search scope, and here we have the searchable items. You can turn them on or disable some of them. It's up to you. And now to launch it, simply slide on your home screen. In here we have our bar, and we can search for basically anything that we want in here, which is installed on our device. As you take a look in here, you can also quickly open up the QR code scanner. And here we have the widget that I was showing you that you can add. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in front of me I have Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, and in this video I'm going to show you the security tricks on this device. Alright, so let's begin with setting up our screen lock. That's, the key level of our security, so setting it is a must-have. So open up your settings and now scroll down. Let me only change the brightness a little. Alright, and now find biometrics and password, and let's set the lock screen first. Remember that if you lose your lock screen, you'll be forced to reset your device. And you will lose all of your data if you don't have a backup. So simply create a lock screen that you will remember. Click on OK. Let me only again adjust the brightness a little. Now it should be OK. OK. Currently, a 6-digit PIN password is set. That's the type of the lock screen that is currently selected. We can change it. Click on Change Password Type, and we can select 4-digit PIN, custom PIN pattern, or the alphanumeric password. It's up to you. In my case, I always like the pattern. You can see that we have those 9 dots, and to create a pattern we need to connect at least 4 of them. So, draw your pattern. If you want to try again, click on Redraw. If you want to confirm, draw it once again, and click on Done. Okay, it has been successfully set. Now the phone asks us, do we want to add a fingerprint? Also a pretty useful thing. I highly recommend adding it. And now the sensor is located on our power button. Now we just need to simply slide our finger on the button to save our fingerprint, just like that. Okay. It's going to take a few tries, so simply be patient and keep repeating the process. Okay, we are like halfway. Let's keep going. Okay, enrollment successful. If you want, you can rename your fingerprint. Then click on OK. And now it has been successfully set. We can also add the face recognition. In my case, I'm not going to do it. If you want to, simply click on Setup. Then all you need to do is to place your face inside of the frame that will appear in the middle of the screen and follow the instruction. It is really easy. Okay, in my case, I want to cancel it. Now let me show you how it works. Let's begin with the normal screen lock first. Slide to the upside. Now draw your pattern. Boom, the phone gets unlocked. Pretty easy thing. Now let's try the same thing but with the fingerprint. Simply place it on the power button. And the phone also unlocks, as you can see. Works pretty fine. Let's go back into biometrics and password. And let's go into fingerprint ID once again, because in here we also have cool things. We can access the safe and access the app lock thanks to that. But first we need to create that safe. We can enable that. Click on Enable. Okay, allow files to access media on your device. Click on Allow and click on Enable. click on internal storage. Now set a password to your save. Then confirm. Okay, and then click on next. Now we need to set 2 security questions. We can pick the question from that list or set a custom one. Everything is up to you. And click on done to save. Okay. And now we can also access the app lock thanks to that. I'll show you that features in a second. Click on enable. And you can set a new PIN or use your lock screen password. I'll use my lock screen. Okay, I'll show you that save and app lock in a second. From now, let's go back. Okay. And from here, let's go straight into security. And let me show you maybe the app lock first. Okay, click on use password. Draw your screen lock. Make sure that the app lock is enabled. If you go into password settings, you can change the password type. And down below, we have a list of apps that we can use for the app lock. The apps that we can lock with password. So for example, let's try to lock maybe the Snapchat. Now I need to find it on my screen. Here it is. And now if someone will want to open it up, boom. The only way to launch this app is by typing the password or by using the fingerprint. Let me try again because it didn't want to work with the fingerprint. Weird thing. I mean, like, I have selected that. Let me only find it. Yeah. Access app lock. Now it should work. Okay, now it worked. So let's try with the Snapchat. It says lightly press and it has lagged. Weird thing. Oh, now it worked. So as you can see, this feature is pretty useful. It allows us to simply lock our apps. We also have the file save that we were setting before. Okay. If you want to agree to that, would you like save to require password verification after changes are made to your data? We can do it. If you want, you can link it with your Huawei ID to reset your safe password if you forget it. Pretty useful, so let's link that. Click on OK. And now it should work, yeah. Okay, and into our save, we can add images, audio files, videos, and normal files. To add something, click on add down below. And in here, we have all the things that we can add. In here, we have the recent files. If you click on browse, in here, you can find anything that you want to keep in your file save. Now, down below, I think that is all right in here. Yeah. Now, let's close it up. Let's open up the optimizer. And here we can perform a virus scan from time to time. Pretty useful thing. Thanks to that, we will know if there are some potential threats on our device. It's always good to perform, for example, from time to time simply, just to know is everything okay on our device. In my case, everything is fine, so I don't need to do anything. If something will be wrong, simply follow the instruction on the screen. I'm sure that you'll handle it. It's really, really easy. Okay, also, if you want, from the app gallery, which in my case is right in here, you can download some additional third-party apps, for example, another antiviruses apps. But remember that before downloading anything, it's always good to simply see the reviews about that app. Also, you should avoid downloading things away from the app gallery, for example, from your browser, because there's a bigger chance that you'll accidentally download a virus, for example. So you should avoid that. But if you have to download something, you are doing it basically on your own. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show the best AI features on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Okay, let's open up our settings. Now we need to scroll down until we find Huawei Assistant. And in here we have things such as AI Voice, AI Lens, AI Touch, AI Tips and AI Search. When it comes to the AI Tips and AI Search, those things work in the background. But I will explain to you how it works later. Let's begin with the AI Voice. The assistant is called Celia. So it's like the Huawei version of Siri. Let's click on the AI Voice. First, we can enable the voice wake up, so we'll be able to launch the Celia by simply saying, "Hey Celia," and she will launch. But the alternate way to launch it is by holding the power button for around 1 second. I'll show you that in a second. You can see that wake with power button is currently enabled. Let's go with the voice wake up first. And we need to record this phrase to use the voice wake up, so let's enable that. And now we'll have to say the sentence 3 times to register our voice. Hey Celia. Hey Celia. Hey Celia. Alright, it has been successfully registered. In here we have some recommendation and information, what things we can do using our Celia, so we can make a call, play some music, send a text message, and for example, ask how's the weather. Let's click on done. Select the conversation language from that list. I'll stick to English. Then click on next. And you can see this icon down below, which means that my voice is being registered. Now I'll show you how to launch the Celia by simply saying, "Hey Celia." You can see that it launched. Now with the power button, click on enable, and it also started to registering my voice. So everything works properly. And now let me show you a few things that we can do using the Celia. So for example, let's try to remotely set an alarm. Hey Celia, set an alarm at 3 p.m. Alright, it says that it has been successfully added. Let's open up the clock app just to make sure. Alarm, and you can see that everything has been successfully set. It can save some time. Now let's try with the weather. Hey Celia, what's the weather in Berlin right now? Alright, and you can see that we have our answer. Currently my device is muted, so you cannot hear anything, but when your volume is
check the search results.
When your volume is up, you can also hear Celia speaking to you. Let's try the one more thing using this Celia. Let's try to maybe open some page. Hey Celia, open YouTube.
I can't find the app, YouTube. Try finding it on App Gallery.
Let's try a different way. Hey Celia, launch the Wikipedia in browser.
You may check the search results I found online.
Not the Victoria, but the Wikipedia. But it will launch, or she will send you a link, so you just need to tap and the page will open. Okay, let's open up the settings, not the accessibility, but the UI assistant. Now let's go with the AI lens. It allows us to quickly scan the QR codes and the barcodes, and we also have the translate function, recognize text in multiple languages and get real-time translations. That is a pretty cool thing. Let me show you how it works. When it comes to scanning the barcodes, you just need to open up the camera app, click on that icon, click on allow, click on get started. Okay, currently, as you can see, the code scanner is enabled. It's scanning for the code, but currently I don't have any QR codes that I could scan. You can create a shortcut if you click right in here, so it will appear on your home screen. You also have the translation function. In here, select the language, and in here, select the language that you want to translate into. You can, of course, change it from that list. When it comes to that list, I always highly recommend to selecting the auto detect. Now all you need to do is to place your camera at some text in a foreign language, and it will be translated. In here, for example, I have some cleaning spray, so let's try to translate it, for example, into French. But actually the language is in Polish. I don't know will it work, but let's try. Alright, and as you take a look, everything has been successfully translated. I'll show you that the language is different originally. So it works pretty nice. Okay, we can close that. Next thing. Let's close it up. And I think that we also should have another translation option, but I'm wondering where it should be, because I'm sure that I was using it, that translate function. I'll need to find it. Maybe it's in here. Alright, I'll find it in a second. Let's open up the settings. Again, Huawei Assistant, and now the AI Touch. Make sure it's enabled. We have the feature description right in here. And so thanks to that, when we will hold two fingers on our screen, we'll be able to scan the QR codes that are on the page, for example, that we have opened in our browser, and more. Let me show you how it works. Let me open up some page with text, maybe this one, and now click on accept. When I will hold using two fingers, in here, if there would be some QR codes, I would have possibility to simply scan it. So it's pretty useful. I'm wondering where is that translate function that I want to find. Or maybe it's in here. I'm wondering where it is. Not in here, but alright, I have found it. That's my bad. It's on the Huawei Assistant. And now go into AI Voice. Scroll down, and in here we have Celia Translate. That's the thing that I wanted to show you. Click on Add to Home Screen. Well, it says that the shortcut already exists. Okay, here it is. This mode is really useful. For example, when we are in a foreign country and we want to speak to a person who doesn't speak English. So in here we have the voice translation. When we will start holding the button, it's going to translate, in my case, into Spanish, but for example, let's select it maybe into something from that list. I don't know, Italian. So now I will tell a sentence in English. Hello, how are you?
Ciao, come stai?
And that's how you can quickly translate the things. And another cool thing down below is face-to-face translation. It works in that way that above we have the language of our foreign speaker, and down below we have our origin language. And when we want to say something in English, hold on this button, and the text, of course, is going to be translated into Italian. The person that we are speaking to will have it in his language, and if he will want to reply, he can use this button, he can say his sentence in Italian, and it will be translated into English. So it's really useful feature. Okay, and for now I will close that. Let's go back. We have those AI tips that I was talking about before. Basically in here you can only enable these smart reminders, so you'll have recommendations and reminders by your phone. He will tell us the info. And we also have the AI search. In here we can enable the suggested apps and the search history. We can quickly add the widget to the home screen, and basically this feature allows us to search for anything in our device. You can read about it currently on the screen. To open the AI search, simply perform that move. In here we have our search bar, and now we can simply look for anything that we want. You can also add the widget, the shortcut, so you'll be able to do it quicker, but both ways are pretty quick actually. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show the top tricks on Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Alright, let's open up our settings. Let's scroll down until we find the accessibility features first. And in here I want to show you the shortcut and gestures first. They're one of my favorite things. Let's begin with the AI voice. It's like the Siri and like Gemini, for example, but on Huawei. We have two ways how we can launch it, or by holding the power button for around 1 second, or we can go back into Huawei Assistant, and here we have the AI voice, and we can enable the voice wake up. You need to turn it on right here, and if you are doing it for the first time, you'll have to record the wake up phrase. You'll simply have to say 3 times this sentence, and you will have possibility to launch the AI assistant. And now let me show you how it works and what things we can do with it. So I will launch it by saying the phrase, "Hey Celia, what's the weather in New York right now?"
There's currently cloudy weather in New York. Today's forecast calls for...
Right, so that's an example what things we can do using the AI. Of course, we can do much more things. I just gave you an example. Let me give you also another one. Hey Celia, set an alarm at 2 p.m.
I have set up the alarm for 2 p.m.
Alright, so as you can see, we can also even remotely set an alarm. Pretty useful thing. Let's open up the settings, the accessibility, the shortcut and gestures, and let's go with the Ultra Snapshot. Quickly press the volume down button twice when the screen is off, and now we can select what action will happen. Currently, in my case, I have selected to open the camera, or we can also enable to take a snapshot. Now let me show you that it works. We need to turn off our screen. Now, double tap volume down, and you can see that the camera app launched quickly. Pretty cool thing and useful shortcut. Alright, next thing is the smart controls. Touch the fingerprint button twice to open a selected app. Currently it's the camera, but we can select more things such as AI lens, AI touch, recorder. If you click on more, you'll see a whole list of apps that you can select. for this shortcut. So let's change from camera, for example, into flashlight. Now I will double tap the power button. Why it doesn't want to work? Oh, I need to maybe do it in that way. Okay, now it has worked. I have double tapped the power button and the flashlight launched. Let's try to turn it off using the same way. Oh, okay, now it worked. So as you can see, sometimes it takes a few tries before it recognize the gesture. Okay, now let me show you a cool things and cool ways to take a screenshot. So in EMUI, we have possibility to take a screenshot by simply knocking twice using our knuckle. We can take a partial screenshot if we draw an area using our knuckle, and we can also use the scroll shot. We just need to simply draw an S on the screen. So now let me show you. Let's begin with the normal screenshot. Maybe it doesn't want to be taken in here, so let's do it on the home screen. Okay, in here it worked. You can see that the screenshot has been taken. And now let's try with the partial screenshot. So simply draw the part that you want to take a screenshot of. You can expand this area if you grab on the edge. And you can, of course, save it. And now the scroll shot. Draw an S, taking scroll shot. Of course, it will work better, for example, in a browser when you have possibility to scroll up or down. To save it, click on the icon in the top right corner. All right, again, shortcut and gestures. Now the record screen. Knock twice on the screen with 2 knuckles to start or end a screen recording. Sometimes it takes a few tries. Okay, click on agree, click on got it. And now, as you can see, our screen is being recorded. If you want, you can also record your voice, but if you don't want it, you can simply mute the mic. If you want to save it, click on the timer, and now it has been saved in our gallery. Okay, the wake screen, also really useful feature. We have raise to wake and double tap to wake. So now when our phone is laying flat just like that, to turn on the screen, we just need to lift it up just like that. And you can see that the screen has been turned on. Let's do it again. Currently I have, the always on display turned on. So let's wait until our screen gets completely dark. Now I will lift it up and the screen wakes. Same thing with the double tap. And the screen also wakes. Works just fine. Let's go with, again, shortcuts and gestures. Mute ringtone and reduce volume. It is also a pretty cool thing. We can enable to flip to mute ringtone and raise to reduce volume. So, when there is an incoming call, we can flip our phone just like that to mute the call. And when someone is calling us, when we have an incoming call, we can reduce the volume by simply lifting up our device. Alright, and answer calls. If someone is calling us, when this feature is enabled, we don't need to, manually answer the call. Simply grab your phone, place it next to your ear, just like on this tutorial, and the call will be automatically answered. Okay, and next thing is the smart sensing and the air gestures. We have the air scroll. Let's enable that. click on start, and in here we have a tutorial. From my experience, it doesn't want to work every time. Sometimes it's pretty annoying, but I'll try to show you how you can use this mode. We need to hold our hand 20 to 40 centimeters from the screen, just like that, until we see that icon under the front camera, this hand icon, and now we need to flick to the downside to scroll. Okay, it worked. Now we need to place our hand just like that until we see again that icon. Just like I was saying, sometimes it doesn't want to see my hand and recognize it properly. Oh. Okay, the icon appeared for a second. I don't know, did you see it? Sometimes you just need to find like the perfect spot, and maybe let me try to clean this area a little bit. Let's do it again. Let's try to do this again. Alright, I'm going to skip it. If you want, you can try it on your own. Just like I was saying, it doesn't want to work every time, and sometimes it's pretty annoying, but I'm sure that you won't use it pretty often, but I'm just showing you where to find it if you would like to try on your own. We also have the grab shot. Let's enable that. Let's click on the tutorial, and that's the possibility to take the screenshots. Again, we need to place our hand like that. Okay, it appeared, and now we need to grab to take a screenshot. Okay. Alright, again, I'm going to skip it, but it's pretty annoying to find that perfect spot. I'm sure that I would use definitely the knuckle screenshot instead of, grabbing something to take a screenshot, because you can see on your own that it doesn't want to work in the best way. Alright, let's go now into the Super Hub. That's also one of my favorite things. It allows us to simply copy the images, for example, from our browser. We can place it in the Super Hub, so thanks to that, we can copy them later and, for example, paste them into our notes. Same thing with the text. Let me show you how it works. I'll open up the browser. Now I need to find something with the text. So I don't know, maybe this one. Let's copy the photo first. We need to hold on it. Okay, grab it and place it on the Super Hub. We can do the same thing with the text. The page is actually in Polish, but it doesn't matter. Select the text, just like that. Hold on it and place it in the Super Hub. Alright, now when I will exit the browser, I'll open up the Super Hub, and this photo and the text is stacked in here. So now, for example, we can open and create a new note. Open up your Super Hub. We can paste this photo in our notepad and paste this text. Of course, it doesn't work only with the notepad. I'm just showing you an example. Okay, now, if it has been copied into our notepad, we can get rid of it from our Super Hub. To do it, click on those 4 dots in the top right corner and simply click on Close. Click on OK, and now the Super Hub has been cleaned but everything is stacked in our notepad right now. We can save it. And everything worked just like it should. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.